Hey guys, I am the Amanda Rogers and welcome back to my channel. Today is part 2 of building Buggy. I wanted to build his axe, okay? He didn't even use it that much. I had to. It was calling to me. And of course, it had to be gigantic. I've barely made props, and I've definitely never made one this big before. This thing is about 4 foot tall and 30 inches wide, so it's a big prop. It was a lot of trial and error, but I think it ended up pretty cool. Planning stages for Buggy's axe. Mostly the thing I wanted to get down was that I'm going to build this into pieces so that I can take it apart to take to future cons and also for storage purposes. Basically, for his axe, I want to be able to have this connected into, the axe itself is going to be in 2 parts that connect on 2 different sides of the middle part, so there's not a bunch of tension in the middle. So the axe itself, I'm going to build out of foam or something, and then I'm going to insert some really strong magnets onto these sides that like slide in together, but also in the middle part of the axe is where the handle needs to go. So I'm going to make sure to insert an indentation for, I'm guessing PVC pipe, and then I'm also going to insert some magnets in the inside of the foam to attach to the PVC pipe so that that connects as well. And then the PVC pipe I want to have into 3 pieces, connect them using magnets as well so that they can come together but also be taken apart. We'll see how it goes. I have my plans here. I have some tools. I found some nice cardboard, nice sturdy cardboard in my garage. So I'm thinking that I might just make the axe head hollow out of cardboard and like reinforce it obviously. And then still use PVC for the handle. So I'm gonna sketch it out on this cardboard and see if I have enough for all the pieces of that for right now. Yeah, so let's see. Okay, it's kind of sketched out. So let me cut this out and see how it looks. All right, that was a lot easier to cut out than I thought it was, but I can see right away that I'm not liking this swooping enough. So I think instead of having 14 inches in the middle, I think I'm gonna take it down maybe an inch more on each side. So it'll be 12 inches in the middle. So let me try that. I love that so much better. It has much more of a swoop to it. So let me go ahead and make sure that my design is still gonna work for the PVC on the inside, and then we'll see if we can get this going. This is kind of what I've got. I drew it on this side. I don't know why. So what my thought process is, my handy dandy sketchbook, I wanted to be able to take apart. So I want the pieces to not be too big. I want them to be big enough to be sturdy when they all come together, but I don't want them to be too big so that they're not travel size, and also like storage wise, I want to be able to break it down enough. This is my general idea. I need each side to go past it so that it's not all the tension being on this middle part. So I need it to come out on this side and then come past it on this side as well and slide together, and then having the pipe in between. That's where my thought is. Then eventually this is gonna be 3D, obviously. So I'm thinking it'll be like 3 inches thick total, and then come back together for this nice edge here. I'm thinking one side is gonna be 20 inches long, and then the indent is gonna start at, this is gonna be 14? Yeah, so it's gonna be 7 inches of overlap on each side. And then the pipe is gonna have an indentation in just through the middle of it. So that's, I don't know if it makes sense, but it's making sense to me. I don't know if it'll actually work out. That's where it's coming into concern. I need 2 20-inch pieces and then 2 14-inch pieces. Yeah, that's where we're gonna start. All right, So I have the 4 pieces of the outside of my axe, and now I'm gonna try and get the middle pieces of the connector part kind of got cut out. I'm gonna try to do that. So I have each piece for each side. So these will be like square, one on one side and one on the other to connect these 2 pieces. And then I think I just need the swoopy part and for both sides, and then they should fit together easily. And then I am going to probably try and figure out a way to cut out a space for the pipe to go in between. I will leave that for maybe tomorrow. I went shopping today and we've got, I think, all of the supplies I need to try and finish putting this together. Okay, so last night I tried to put the blade together, but apparently my measuring is just way off. But I think we got it together. I did add some foam to the inside that I think I'm gonna cut out a piece on each side to have the pipe slide in between to be more secure that way instead of like the bendy cardboard that I had, because it just wasn't working out. So yeah, and now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the PVC. Shout out to my neighbor for helping me cut these pieces because it took a lot. I would have taken a lot longer on my own because I don't like using saws. So, all right. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be gluing these onto the inside of here like this. And so when I put it together, they should just fit right like that. I had them pre-marked on how far I wanted to go in, and then I just used E6000 industrial glue. Okay, now these 2 are drying. I'm gonna let this sit and we'll come back tomorrow and see how it's going. I came home and I looked at the pieces that I have, and I wasn't happy with how the blade was coming along. These sides like this are fine, like I like that. But so what I'm going to do is I cut out individual pieces of cardboard like this, and I'm going to stack them up at the edges of these ones so that it builds up a little bit right there at the end of the piece, and then they'll fit together with the opening for the handle in the middle. It should work better this time and should be more stable. Tomorrow I'm going to drill the holes in for the magnets and get those set. I'm gonna use this cardboard that I just like ripped the back side off of it and to make it like bendy. I'm going to use that on the edges of the blade on the top and the bottom. I think my sister's gonna come over and help me a little bit tomorrow too, so I'll have another brain to pick with this. I need to do the handle, cover that with foam, and get that painting. I think that's good. I hope. All right, these are setting for the night and we'll see how it goes in the morning. After drilling holes in each of the PVC pipes, I put blue tape on the inside to give it a backing, and now I'm putting some hot glue into this spot, putting the magnet, and then putting some tape over top of it to hold it. This did the job, but I think in the future, long term, I would want to use something besides hot glue, because after a while, since the magnets are so strong, they started to move a little bit, so they weren't fitting together perfectly anymore. These are fitting together nicely. Cindy said no to my cardboard blade, so she is rebuilding the blade with foam and workout mats that we had in the basement. And then we're gonna figure it out from there. What do you think? I think it looks good. Alright, so got the we go. Thanks to these nice little drill bits and a belt sander that is not on the belt sander, I got the pole to go through the big piece of the blade. It pulled a little bit here because of the way that it had to force through, but I'm just gonna see if I can fill that in and make sure that everything is secure around here, and then we should be good to go. Yeah. All right, after some trial and error, I got these covered with the EVA foam, and now I'm going to paint them with this base of coffee brown acrylic paint, and then I'm gonna try and get that wood grain on these. This is the axe after one coat of black acrylic paint and one coat of this metallic tin paint, and now I'm gonna try and finish the paint job. Ta-da! So I did the coat of black, and then I did a whole coat in the tin. Over this whole section here is tin mixed with the texture sand paint. I did the grain on this part here that I added too. And then over this middle section, the darkest part is just the black paint mixed with water, all as directed on the instructions here, to try and get these kind of metal finishes. And then to finish off the sides of the blades, I went with this metallic luster to give it a little bit more shine. So these were all of the paints that I used. And this was the paint that I used to do the handle, just over the black EVA foam with a pretty grainy brush, and it came out really nicely. I just did 2 coats on that, and I liked how it came out, looking for a wood finish. There it is. I am gonna add a little bit of rope on the day of the convention, so I have a kind of hang it on my back if I want to, like he does, and then I can also, you know, use it like free-handed, just have the rope hanging if I want to. So my axe does not fit in my luggage.
I leave tomorrow morning, but we are going to figure it out before I leave for the airport. I'm just gonna go to sleep.
So Cindy has put it back into 2 pieces and is attached magnets to the inside. And hopefully that works. Measure your luggage first, and if you decide to change your plans halfway through, measure again. My original plan, since I had it in 2 pieces, would have fit, it being 30 inches long, like completely, but it was in 2 pieces. So we didn't account for that when we decided to make it into 1 piece. 1 piece. It works. Good magnets. I'm so smart. Look who fits. And then it was time to bring it all together. I didn't think to test out his makeup beforehand, so the day of was just me winging it. I didn't invest in face paint, so I ended up using eyeshadow mixed with water or saline solution to get it to go on smooth. I didn't take nearly enough photos, but I did have a couple of photo shoots in Buggy, which is a lot of fun. I had so much fun meeting so many people. The One Piece fans were amazing. Props are fun, but wow, they are a lot to carry around all day. So that is how I built Buggy. The outfit, the nose, the hair, the axe, the makeup, it all kind of came together in the end, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. I had so much fun cosplaying Buggy at Otakon. I am definitely planning on bringing him back. I think I will try again with the wig and be a little bit more patient. I don't have a time crunch this time. And the pants ripped So I have to improve those. I honestly had so much fun making this thing, and I'm super proud of it. I do plan on making improvements to this and cosplaying Buggy again. So that is how I built Buggy. If you like this video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.